Love, peace, and light to the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. So a couple of days ago, I talked to my family back home, and I talked to my sister, two of my sisters, and I talked to my brother. And both conversations was very enjoyable. We laughed and joked and stuff like that. So I would say probably like if each conversation lasted like an hour, maybe a little longer, but um, I would say roughly like 3% or 5% of the conversations that I had, um, with some not bad news, but things that typical problems, I would say. But me being who I am, if I was there, I would do everything I can to take the burden off of them, so to speak. But yeah, so we get through our conversations, and it started to hit me, and I was getting homesick. And but I know, the Most High God had me on a mission, so I worked my way through the conversations, get off the phone, and I had to take a walk. So I go take a walk, to clear my mind or whatever. I come across this guy. It's just funny how the universe works. So I come across this guy. He was speaking on his wife and the situation. It was like, I think she was like paralyzed or something like that, like from the waist down or something. But he was expressing his frustration to somebody. But I'm looking and I'm like, they can't. It's not you. I really feel like you're talking to the wrong person. But and it's a Caucasian brother, older man. So I say, I'm sorry, I don't mean to chime in, but I see you going through something, and he begins to talk like, and he was telling me the family issue as far as how he helped her, but the family don't, and he was getting real deep, and as he began to open up, uh, once he was done, venting, because we was out there for roughly, I'm not even gonna lie, we was out there for at least um a good 25 minutes. So he spent about 15 of that on himself. So, but I get to express to him what I was going through, and I pretty much was telling him, the conversations that I was having with the family, and I just wish I was there to help and everything. But I know I gotta keep pressing forward because I got something bigger calling on my life or whatever. And he began to say, you can't. I understand what you're going through, and you just want to be there. And you want to, shoot back home um, to help them, but you gotta keep going. Like it's just, it, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You have to keep going. So I go ahead and I continue on with my walk. And in Colorado, it is just so beautiful. Like the difference of the environments, like from the little streams and the lakes and the parks, it's totally different from Baltimore. Like, and I love nature out here. Like nature is just like, it's so beautiful. But let's fast forward a little bit. So um I'm chilling. I talk about my detailer, and how I'm trying to start to manifest it into this reality that I'm in now. And then, but I get that you need money to make money. So I had to, well, I ain't have to, but I said, okay, I'm gonna just get a little small job real quick, and I'll start to save. And then my original plan was to go back to Baltimore to get my equipment, bring it here, and do what I gotta do. But I said, if I start working, I know exactly what I need. It's not much. I actually overspent in Baltimore. Now I'm thinking about that, and I know what I need to actually start to, get things rolling. So I started to look for a job, and I ain't even look. Like it just fell in my lap, like boom, like, and I'm like, dang, that was quick, easy money, riding a forklift, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay, I know I might have to do this for like a year, and by summer, I'll be able to, have cards and buy a couple pieces of equipment, and I'll start, having the things that start falling in place. So we get to the hours. Now, right now, where I'm at, the sun go down early, like between 4 and 5. The sun don't rise until about 6. How am I? Because I like to do my videos in the light. Like I don't want to be in the dark trying to do a video. I tried to do this video last night and it didn't come out how I wanted. It was dark. I really couldn't see myself. Like the audio was good. It was really good, but I just didn't like how I looked in the video. So I'm frustrated because the hours was 6 to 4. So I'm like, dang. Instantly I'm thinking about YouTube, like, I'm not fitting to fork over my purpose to, to work this job. It was like one of those things, like it was like right there. What's the saying? It seems so close but yet so far. Like that's what hit me, like, and I was just so frustrated, like, dang, like, and the job ain't but so far, so it's really convenient for me. Like I rode a bike to the interview, and you feel me, that's going to be my transportation. But I'm thinking about, like, how am I going to be able, I'm gonna have to take a long break from YouTube if I work this job. So I'm just like, dang, like, all right, so boom, coming back from the interview, that's the only thing that's on my mind. I'm just so frustrated. I'm just like, yo, this job is a good job. Like, you feel me? And me working this job, I ain't gonna have to work it for long to get where I need to go. Get back home, you know, I'm still thinking on my own understanding. I'm just like, it's making me more mad. I ain't gonna lie, it's making me more mad. So I go ahead, I find a quiet place. I literally find a quiet place. Like, I put the phones down, turn the TV off. I'm sitting there and I begin to speak with Most High God. And that's another thing. I ain't planning to put this in here. It just hit me just now. We gotta stop this whole, coming to him when things are bad. Give him his thanks when things are good. Um, we forget the little things that he may have saved you from. You might have walked through the block and, on the news you see that it just got shot up. 10 minutes after you don't walk through. Or your child had surgery and it's successful. You ain't giving thanks for that. Or your job, you get a raise or you get a promotion or whatever the case may be. Um, you need to start thanking him for the little things. But when things are horrible, people seem to say, "Why God?" or "Why me?" or "Where's God at?" or man, he ain't. Anywho, I digress because I don't want to get too off topic. So I'm sitting with him. I'm like, Most High, I just need some guidance because I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I have my purpose and, this next year or 6 months to a year of working, make it work out. And he just said, man, I got you. Like, just, you gotta do what you gotta do. I got you. I got you. I just kept hearing it. And I put a lot of time into this YouTube channel. Like, I put a lot of time, and it hit me later that, that was the issue. I started to lean on my own understanding, my own, like, what I wanted to do. And this is before I sat down. If I rewind just a tad bit, this is before I sat down with the Most High, and I'm just like, trying to figure things out. That's where my frustration came in, like, because you're trying to do it on your own. You don't have to. So from talking to the guy, um, and talking to my nephew and all that stuff, like, and I got a good friend of mine back home that I talk to, and he give me good advice. So, and the answers, just once I stopped trying to do it myself, the answers started to come to me. But yeah, chosen ones, God is walking with you. Like I said earlier, well, if you watching this video, you ain't the one that just be at, when bad times hit, you call on God. You really, you give him his praise, and you do what you gotta do to make sure you're acknowledging him. And I just really want to get on here to encourage somebody that, you're not alone. You're really not alone. But I'll see y'all soon.